So hi everyone, in this video I'll be talking about the second part in basic electronic component, that is the sensor. So what is this sensor? So sensor is nothing but this is one electronic device that converts the physical parameter, for example temperature, blood pressure, humidity, speed, into electrical signal, means electronic form, that is resistance, voltage or current form. So there are many sensors are present, that is flow sensor, level sensor, temperature sensors, humidity sensor. So here I will be discuss about the temperature sensor. So what is this temperature sensor? So temperature sensor is also one electronic device that measure the temperature of environment and converts the input data into electronic data to record, display or monitor the signal. So there are many temperature sensors are present, that is RTD, thermocouple, thermistor, thermometer, pyrometer, like this. So these temperature sensors are divided into two types, that is contact type temperature sensor and non-contact type temperature sensor. So what is the contact type temperature sensor? So this type of sensor measure the temperature uh, by direct contact with measuring object, means there should be physical contact between sensor and the object which is to be sensed. So RTD, that is resistance temperature detector, thermocouple, thermistor and thermometer, these examples are in contact type temperature sensor. And in non-contact type temperature sensor, in this type the sensor measure the temperature in which is not direct contact with that object, means there is not physical contact between this sensor and the object, measuring object which is to be sensed. So this is a radiation thermometer, thermal imagers, optical pyrometer. These examples are the non-contact type temperature sensor, means radiation and light, these are used for measurement of temperature. So here RTD, that is the resistance temperature detector, which is the temperature sensor, and I am going to explain about this type. So it is a passive element, means it requires the external power supply for their excitation. Then this is also called as a resistance thermometer, and it is used means operating range of temperature is wide, that is minus 200 degree centigrade to 850 degree centigrade. It is positive temperature coefficient device, means it gives the resistance with change in temperature. So this is a directly proportional, means as temperature increases then resistance of this material is also increases, like this. Sorry. And means if we want to measure the temperature very accurately, then this is RTD is a good solution in industry. So copper, nickel and platinum, these materials are used for the construction of RTD. Now this working principle, how it works. So this working principle means which depends on the principle that resistance of metal changes with temperature, means when the temperature of metal is increased, then there is increase in vibrational amplitude of atomic nuclei of the material. So nickel, platinum and copper or tungsten, these metals are used for construction of RTD because this has good relationship between temperature and resistance characteristics. So we can see in graph there is a linear um, relationship between the resistance and temperature. So among these, this platinum is mostly used because this is a chemical inertness, then linear temperature versus resistance relationship. Stability means its change in resistance with temperature is not change with time. And high temperature coefficient of resistance means it avoids the spikes present in the resistance when change in temperature. Now this how to measure the resistance with respect to temperature, means variation of resistance of metal with variation of temperature. So this is given by this equation, that is RT is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha into T minus T0 plus beta T minus T0 square. Means as temperature range increases, then power of this equation also increases. But if we want to measure very for resistance at less temperature, then this equation will be like this, as shown in below. That is RT is equal to R0 in bracket 1 plus T minus T0. So RT and R0 is the resistance values at T0 T degree centigrade and T0 degree centigrade temperature, and alpha and beta, these are the constant which depends on the metals. So now construction. So it consists of the mica frame inside which the platinum coil is present. So as we can see in the figure, so this mica is present, mica insulation is present, and this whole arrangement is placed in evacuated tube of stainless steel. Means when temperature increases, then strain generates in this platinum coil, and when this strain generates, then tension increases, and this gives the undesirable change in resistance of this wire. So we can have a better electrical insulation when this mica is placed between this evacuated tube, that is stainless steel, and the platinum coil. So material used for this coil, this should be pure, because if this material is not pure, then it is not means it will deviate from conventional resistance temperature graph. So platinum is used for this coil, and purity of this platinum is checked by the measurement of R100 divided by R0, means resistance at 100 degree centigrade, and R0 is resistance at 0 degree centigrade. So now wiring arrangement. So RTD is available with 2, 3 and 4 wire connection. So why this arrangement is required? Because to reduce or eliminating the error introduced due to resistance change of lead wires with temperature change. That's why this wiring arrangement is required. So first is 2 wire RTD. So here one single wire is connected in each end of RTD element. So this lead means there is no way of eliminating or calculating the lead wire resistance. So this can be used in, mostly used in short lead wires where accuracy is not required. So from this diagram we can see the connection of 2 wire RTD. So now this 3 wire RTD. So here this third wire is included. So this provides and removing the average lead wire resistance from sensor measurement. So this arrangement is used when there is long distance exists between sensor and measurement control system. That time this arrangement is used, where this is a high accuracy or wide range. It means this can be used where um, accuracy most used accuracy is required, and this is commonly used in industrial application. So now this is a 4 wire RTD. So here 4 wire resistance measurement will effectively cancel lead wire resistance error even if all 4 wires are not the same length or composition. So these first 2 wires for power, and then third and fourth wire is for read the resistance in each lead wire, compensating for any differences in lead wire resistance. So this can be used in laboratory where close accuracy is required. But in all three types, 3 wire RTD is mostly used because there is less wiring than 4 wire, and also simple and cost also less than 4 wire RTD, and also accurate. Now these types. So there are two types of RTD, that is the thin film RTD and wire wound RTD. So first, thin film RTD. So this formed by depositing the thin layer of resistive material, normally platinum, on ceramic substrate. So as shown in figure, there is a platinum coil which is like a snake like structure on ceramic substrate. So this type of RTD is very popular because of this ruggedness, reliability and low cost. Also it is resistance to damage from shock or vibration than other type of RTDs. But it can be used in very limited range. Also one disadvantage of this RTDs is not stable than this wire wound RTD. So now second is the wire wound RTD. So this in this type, the sensing wire is wrapped around the insulating core, and this core can be round or flat, or this should be insulator. The coefficient of thermal expansion of this winding core material is matched to sensing wire to minimize any mechanical strain, because if there is a strain on this element, then this will result in thermal measurement error. That's why we have to minimize any mechanical strain, and this is most accurate type. So now signal conditioning. So what is the signal conditioning and why this is required? So as we know that the sensor convert physical or chemical quantity such as the pressure, acceleration, temperature into electrical signal. But the output of this RTD is very small. Means we cannot directly shown on computer. This cannot read by computer, or this cannot be display on LCD screen. So we have to amplify this signal of RTD. That's why signal conditioning is required. So the main purpose of signal conditioning is to manipulating the analog signal in such a way that to meet the requirement of next stage for further processing. Means there are some techniques or steps in signal conditioning, that is amplification, linearization, filtering, isolation, sampling, analog to digital conversion. Means if this RTD output is in millivolt or microvolt, so we have to amplify this output of RTD. That's why this amplifier circuits, means we can use instrumentation amplifier to amplify the circuit. And if we want to convert this signal into digital form, then A to D converter is used, and then this can be acquired data from data acquisition system, and this can be shown on this computer. So like this, that's why signal conditioning is required. So now advantages. So this most important this advantage is highly accuracy. This RTD is very highly accurate, is more stable, then it is suitable for high temperature range, very linear, and it is easy to verify and recalibrate, ability to measure narrow spans, and suitably for remote measurement. These are the advantages. Now disadvantages means it is sometimes expensive, susceptibility to mechanical damage, need for lead wire resistance compensation, then generally not repairable, and need for power supply. So there are many application of RTD. So it is used in automotive industry, communication and instrumentation, in consumer electronic. So in automotive industry, this is used as a audio amplifier and engine oil temperature sensor. Then in communication and instrumentation, as a temperature sensor and amplifier. Then in consumer electronics, for small appliance control and fire detectors. In industrial electronics, for gas flow indicators and plastic laminating equipment. And in medical electronics, for blood dialysis equipment, and in infant incubators. So there are many application of RTD. That's why this is a very important component in industries. So thank you for joining me, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.